The deadline is 8 p.m. That is when a countdown triggers for the systematic destruction of a nation's infrastructure, a move that places the global economy on a knife edge. Mainstream news reports are currently focusing on isolated drone strikes and political speeches. These updates overlook the interconnected economic systems that are fracturing behind the scenes. In a 19-minute primetime address, President Trump delivered an ultimatum to Tehran: reopen the Strait of Hormuz by 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday or face military retaliation. The threat is highly specific. The U.S. military is prepared to destroy every bridge in Iran and systematically knock out every power plant in the country over a 4-hour window, aiming for a complete demolition by midnight. We are examining the physical consequences of the standoff. We'll look at the fire at the Middle East's largest industrial hub, the severing of a critical American evacuation route, and the specific strategic logic driving Iran's resistance. These combined military pressures are placing the global supply chain under a level of strain that few systems are designed to survive. The physical reality of this conflict escalated early Tuesday morning when Iran launched 7 ballistic missiles toward eastern Saudi Arabia. While Saudi Defense Forces reported successful intercepts, debris landed within the Al Jubail industrial city. This facility is the largest industrial hub in the Middle East and the central node for the region's petrochemical and oil refining operations. The resulting fire triggered an immediate economic shockwave. Authorities responded by halting all vehicle movement across the 25-kilometer King Fahd Causeway as a temporary precaution. This bridge is a critical link to Bahrain, the host nation for the United States Navy's Fifth Fleet. For the American military personnel and civilians stationed there, the causeway represents their only ground evacuation route to the Arabian Peninsula. Although traffic eventually resumed, the closure underscores the extreme volatility of the region. The State Department had already warned citizens in Bahrain to leave back in March, noting that commercial flights were unavailable and the causeway was their final remaining exit. The brief closure of this single bridge demonstrates how easily the safety nets protecting global military and economic interests can be severed. This escalation follows a conflict that began on February 28th, with initial U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iranian military leadership targets. As the Tuesday deadline approached, the Israeli Air Force launched a new wave of strikes against air defense systems and a petrochemical site in Shiraz. The site, used for ballistic missile components, is reportedly no longer functioning. This creates a strategic paradox. With its infrastructure being systematically dismantled and the threat of total demolition looming, why does Tehran refuse to yield? Internal U.S. intelligence assessments suggest the regime views its grip on the Strait of Hormuz as its only effective leverage against American power. Former CIA Director Bill Burns notes that Tehran intends to use this waterway to force long-term security guarantees in any potential deal. Completely surrendering control of the waterway would mean losing their final bargaining chip on the global stage. For Iran, the risk of physical destruction is a strategically calculated cost to maintain its hold over the world's most vital economic choke point. This strategic calculation has led to a complete diplomatic deadlock. While President Trump claimed the Iranian president had requested a ceasefire, Tehran's foreign ministry issued a vehement public denial. Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei has publicly declared that his forces will maintain their threats against international shipping. Their conditions for a deal are uncompromising: a permanent end to hostilities, massive sanctions relief, and direct compensation for war damages. We are witnessing a collision between two unyielding forces. The United States is demanding total compliance by a midnight deadline, while Iran is demanding total financial and military relief. This map visualization shows the resulting instability. The global energy market is now operating in an environment where every shipment is a bet against a military deadline, and shipping lanes are becoming zones of extreme risk. When political ultimatums are backed by the destruction of physical infrastructure, the logic of global logistics begins to fail. For the everyday investor, navigating this is treacherous. Attempting to day trade a portfolio based on military deadlines and intercept reports is a high-probability way to lose capital. During geopolitical black swan events, algorithms and institutional money move with a speed that retail investors cannot match, leading to rapid, unpredictable fluctuations. Your defense is to insulate your wealth in system-resilient assets that can survive political noise and ultimatums. A successful strategy relies on assets that remain on a long-term trajectory regardless of short-term chaos. I want to hear your take. Do you think Trump's deadline will force a reopening of the strait, or are we looking at the destruction of regional infrastructure? Let me know in the comments. Survival in this environment means preparing your portfolio for systemic shocks, rather than trying to predict the outcome of a global standoff. Stay rational, keep investing, and I'll see you on the next one.